Hello, welcome to Spain. Finally made it after a couple of days travelling, accident on the motorway, etc, etc. And the fact is it hasn't stopped raining for 3 days, but who cares, eh? I'm sure the weather will pick up in a week or so. Right, let's get to the basics. Montesa impala. Now this is as she stands now. The engine works 90% okay. I'm pleased with it. I've had it running, as you've probably seen on the previous Montesa Impala Part 1. So as we're getting all this ready now, I've refurbished the TY 250 exhaust system. So as we're going to do some pie cuts on that, I've had to repair the castle nut for the exhaust. I've repaired that now, and then I can get this sorted and we can TIG weld a nice little exhaust there. We're going to go high exhaust, I think. Hopefully I should keep it away from if I get a passenger on. And also we've sorted out some sort of a side stand which I can weld on. Sort that out later on. And then obviously we're going to cut all the foot pegs off and just put some normal flip up foot pegs, which I prefer, to be quite honest with you. These are fixed and they're not comfortable either, so I can work out a little bit where I'm going to put them. So as apart from that, we've had, where are we? We've had the tyres, we've had the wheels done, and we've gone for a narrow trolley type tyre on there, and then we've increased the size of the sprocket. So that should give us a bit more acceleration and less top speed. We just want it like as a fun bike, really, from down the Rambler. So what I'm going to do now is start cleaning all this off. We're going to get it painted. Not going to tell you the colours, how it's going, but you can see it as it goes on. I hope it's some interest to people. I think it will. It's an interest to me anyway. So what I'm going to do now is leave you with those thoughts and get cracking. Right then, what have we been up to? Well, we've got the back wheel in, so as we could, the shock absorbers, the new shock absorbers, actually 45 millimeter more. We've pulled these out, we've warmed them up, pulled them out because there was solid foot pegs and it looks as if the machine had been thrown on its side a few times. So as this now clears the swing arm. The shock absorbers are brilliant. I'm really pleased with ours. We've done all the foot pegs. We've redone them because they were solids. We've chopped a few things off what we don't need. And we've also fitted this nice side stand because we know we'll be needing it. We've actually lost the Woodruff key, so I'm not sure where that is yet, but I'm sure it won't be too bad to get one. Now, we're all down now to actually getting this silencer in position so as we can then pie cut it. We've got all the bits so as we can get it all. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to probably come round here and go across the top of there and then off at an angle and then back up to meet the exhaust. So that'll be a nice bit of a challenge there. Now, unfortunately, the TIG welder, we've got a little Kempe. It's a scratch start TIG. So that'll be interesting. I've used it before on scratch start. So I think we'll get everything all tacked up in position. What I'm trying to do at the moment is just find a couple of mounts for that, which I've got to make, drill and tap, so as we can attach them to the inner of the frame. Everything seems to be going okay and I am pleased with it. Now also I picked up these cheap mud guards off eBay. I thought they was actually plastic, but bonus side is they are actually metal. So with a bit of cutting, obviously I'm going to be cutting and what's naming, I can get like a nice bit of a mud guard on the back. I brought two, so as we're going to do the front as well. So I've still got quite a bit to do. Pie cuts, I've brought 3 bags of pie cuts. I'm hoping it's going to be enough. If not, it's going to be a lot of hacksawing. We've got 1 or 2 fixtures and fittings. So that's where we are so far. So things are looking quite good. Once I've got the exhaust pie cutted and I'm happy with it, I can remove the back wheel, pull the shocks off, pull the engine out, clean all the frame up and get the frame painted. And what we're going to do, we're going for a silver frame and a black engine, possibly silver mudguards. I'm not sure on that yet, but we're not losing any sleep over it at the moment, which is good. So as soon as I can get all that done, we'll see how we progress from there then. Progress so far, we've positioned the silencer more or less where we want it. We've made sure the seat fits, which it fits really nice. The only thing I'm not happy with at the moment is where the exhaust exits. I think we're going to have to put a little piece of pipe on there just to get it out the way, especially it might melt the seat. Okay, progress so far. We've welded the exhaust up. We've given it a little bit of a blue tint just to be different. We've got it more or less how we want it now and slightly coming out from behind the back of the seat. I'm happy with that now. Let's get the engine out, let's get it all stripped down and let's get it painted. Bit of a recap on here. We've done something different to the engine. We've gone for black VHT, silver top, drained all the oil. So we've got 2 separate compartments in this engine. We've got gearbox oil and transmission oil. So as we're going to get some decent stuff in there before that goes back in or after it goes back in, either way. Now the frame has been a bloody nightmare. There's a lot of real ugly welds on it. I'm not going to spend too much time on doing it. I think because it's like on a budget, it's not a show queen, as I've said before, but we've got it all down now. What I'm going to do is just give it a... we're going to use an etching primer on the frame. We're going to do 2 coats of etching primer, and then we're going to do probably a silver. The welding from factory, it's not the best of best, but nothing's going to break. I've gone through everything. We need a bit of acetone or thinners on this now to clean it all up, and we're going to clean the forks up as well. Okay then, a bit of a progress shot. We've got a rolling chassis now and 1 shock absorber on. We've had a few bits of fun and games with the side stand. I think we've nearly got that there now. I think it needs a bit more rake forwards. Now, what I have not noticed on this model is somebody in their wisdom has cut off the stops. Now, I didn't notice that. So it's basically the handlebars are going to hit the tank. So I've got to look into that. But it's all challenge. I'm happy with it so far. It's nothing what can't be put right. We've got the engine all done and sorted, ready to go in. But what I'd like to do first is sort this side stand out and the actual things for stopping the steering going around and hitting the tank. So that's where we are at the moment, and it's looking quite good in all fairness. I am happy with that. So let's crack on with it. Okay, a bit more progress. We've got the exhaust system on, coil, rear seat, mud guard. We need to make new mud guard. I've got a steel one like the back. Should be sufficient enough, and then we can get some oils in it, a bit of wiring to do and a little hidden switch so as we can switch it off, and that's basically is the end of Montesa Impala part 2, and I hope you've enjoyed watching it so far.